everyone, to Generation Dino, you're too high for this. Dino's too high. The podcast about generational differences because Dino found an edible in the corner of his sock drawer and decided to eat it or something. I don't know.
He just found an edible.
Anyway, I'm Atlas Novak. I'm your millennial. That's Dino, the genetic marvel. I'm going to do that for him. Who else is with us?
Oh, I gotta introduce myself now. Okay,
yeah.
All right. Oh, it's called Clayton. Here, the feature of the show. Apparently, I wore my Sunday worst for this kimono. So
the kimono is where it's like, hey, listen, it's business on the weekend. Okay, this is my time.
You ever been listening to Spotify and you accidentally click 0.75 speed? That's Dino right now.
I mean, that's a pretty good explanation. That's
I mean, I've been getting high a lot too. I can't even hate. I was hanging out with Joey Edibles like a week or so ago on his show, and he just like gave me a half of an ounce. I'm like, the fuck am I gonna do with that? And so I just been smoking weed. So again, we're back to that. That's why I'm wearing a kimono.
Because it's legal in Ohio. Yay.
Right, it's legal now. That's the other thing. Yeah. That was the first time where I've ever like driven anywhere with weed in my car, and I was like,
"Oh,
so
if I get pulled over, like,
nothing.
It's just for speeding." Like,
yeah. Do I smell something? And you're like, yes, you do. What are you gonna do about it?
Like, I was like preparing my cunt speech, like.
If Dino's a baby, no Jim Eaton.
No.
He's not. He's somewhere on the Gen X millennial line. Jim Eaton, who has been on this show before.
Yeah.
He on our last episode, the one with Nina Dicker, he commented like 12 separate times. So I'm like, oh, look at all these comments. Oh, it's all Jim Eaton. Okay, thanks, awesome.
Bro, the thirst for Nina Dicker is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, like, we still have comments on mine and Dino's cooking show about the one time that she guested on our show.
I cross-pollinated. I had people over listening to Generation Dan who were like, the redhead's going to be over there? All right, I'll be over there. All right, bro.
Jim, like, I thought it... Jim says
it's to the point where I just want to put her on the payroll. Like...
Why not? I mean,
we don't even have a budget for that. But I was like, Mary, just be on our show weekly, even if it's a cameo.
I mean, we could definitely benefit from some feminine energy in our lives. We're all dudes with beards. It's yeah. No,
did you just assume my gender, sir?
Yes, I did.
What
was that laugh? Like just. Hey man,
Didn't you see all my hashtags for this? One was live, laugh, hey man.
Oh,
great. I mean,
it's snowing outside.
Hashtags aren't really something I pay attention to. I know because like it'll with the hashtags, it then gets shown to you based on that. But like I don't go read them usually.
It's all witchcraft,
pretty much.
It's all witchcraft.
Yeah.
We were supposed to.
I read hashtags. Like I read other people's hashtags because I'm like, okay, so like, how did this get watched? I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to get watched. It doesn't work, but
it doesn't work. Like that's where I'm like, all right, so this is what I'm supposed to do. All right, cool. And then I'm like, oh wait, but people are just abusing that. Okay, so
right.
You're not supposed to use the thing you're supposed to use. But you should use that. Don't stop using that. But then
find a new way. Yeah.
You have to figure out a specific to you way. And you're going, okay, cool. How about my name? Nope, can't do that. You're like, well, but I'm standing by my product. No, that's not how the real world works, sir. You're willing to put your name on it and get fucked. Absolutely get fucked.
I don't understand hashtags.
Yeah, because they don't make any fucking sense, Jim.
It's just a key to an algorithm. That's all it is.
Yeah, so it's basically the equivalent of like I don't know, trying out different passwords and.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's gonna be hashtag 12736999784 potato.
8675309 Jenny. Yeah.
And all of a sudden, oh yeah, you're trending.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Fuck.
One of my favorite things. So Katie orders a lot from like she'll have groceries delivered a lot.
That's very
And
nice.
look, I'm one of those people. Like I think this is a guy thing where grocery shopping is almost meditative. You know,
Yes.
you get your cart and you just kind of float around. You know what you're looking for, but you're not really in a rush.
It's a good Tuesday or Wednesday evening
Yeah.
activity.
Yeah, like after
Oh,
work
yeah.
on your way home. Yeah.
That's
Well,
actually perfect for me because I do most of my grocery shopping on like Monday or Tuesday. As a matter of fact, like Dino said, because of the cooking show that we do on Tuesdays. So
yeah.
yeah, when there's nobody there, you know, because
Yeah.
everybody did everything on the weekend, you know.
Yeah.
So, but also as well is if you're gonna see people, you want the Tuesday and Wednesday people because they're gonna be a little bit weird. Not a lot.
Yeah.
You get to see
Like people like
little-
me who are there.
You're
Yeah.
gonna see people like Cole, who's like, I actually work 9 jobs, so my only free time
Is right
like
now.
Wednesday and Tuesday in the evening, but not too late. It kind of starts up at around midnight, and you're like, what starts up? Nothing. There is no startup at midnight, sir,
Mhm.
on a Tuesday.
Shit. It's like I'm trying to explain to people why I think I'm going to be famous, and they're like, "Oh, you're going to be famous? Why?" I'm like,
Okay.
"Because I do stuff on YouTube." And they're like,
Okay, so you
Yeah.
guys gotta just to address this comment of my wife. Okay, so one of the things Victoria and I like to do is we like to go grocery shopping. We go together,
Mhm.
and when I was working, she was like, it felt boring not doing it with you. I'm like, yeah, because I was like a little kid again because I'm like, what do I need to find? Eggs. I'll be back. And I just run away.
Yeah.
Like, okay, now I found the eggs. Now I have to find you. I'm like,
Yeah.
found
I
you.
think
Eggs. What's next? Egg milk? What kind of milk? I know that there are different types of milk. You can't.
Yeah. 2%. Like leave the cloud of dust or whatever.
100%.
So yeah,
Right.
so I like to grocery shop because it's meditative. My wife to be, this is the last time I'm saying this. The next time you listen to a Generation Dan episode, there won't be one next week, but the week after, I will get to say my wife fucking finally. But she will.
No one's gonna check that out,
Yeah.
bro. No one's gonna be like, actually, you technically aren't married by this point.
Well, somebody did. Anyway, so she'll like order groceries online, and I don't understand the point of that because 9 times out of 10, if you get a guy to like do your grocery shopping for you, he'll always fuck it up because he'll be like, "Hey, they were out of russet potatoes, so I got you a banana." Like it doesn't like at least try to you know like dissolves like type of thing. Like
I mean, I'm an Instacarter, so like I'm pretty solid on that. That don't make no fucking sense to me at all. Like I'm gonna give you almost exactly what the fuck you asked for if I can't find the exact
usually
thing.
if she gets a boy on Instacart, he'll fuck it up somehow.
But see, that's
not me. I need my tips, bro. I'm a full timer.
There was
that's a man who's learned though, versus somebody who's like, I don't like this job, so I don't want to do it. So I'm just gonna do it, so so I get paid, and then that's fine. No, I'm doing whatever you're gonna pay me to do. Oh, you're gonna pay me more if I'm a smile? Okay. I'll smile for you. Do you want me to do it while I click my heels?
That's 100%. Like Dino was right online too, because like that's 100% why I'm such a cunt when I talk to you guys or I'm on the internet or whatever, because I'm like this, like, hey, yeah, you know, everything's cool, even though you're being a douche to me right now, like all day long, 8 hours, 10 hours a day, driving around fucking up my own car for you fucks.
It's why she loves horror movies so much, because she is a kindergarten teacher. She's got to be like sunshine and rainbows all day. So she's got to come home and be like, I gotta watch someone murder someone else with a carving knife.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm specifically, I want to watch the scene where Anakin murders the younglings.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna leave it all up to the imagination, but still.
So that's the whole thing is that Victoria has been seeing. There's a new 24-hour Asian grocery store that's opened up that's in our area. Okay.
Mhm.
And the thing is this, okay? You see weird as when I say Asian grocery store people, when I say Asian grocery store, I mean Asian grocery store, okay?
Yes.
Japanese.
There no. I mean there isn't an English like
Oh no. So
Yeah.
you're out of your element, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
no, it's not even that. Is good. If you don't know what you're looking for, you missed the deal. Sorry, sucks
Yeah.
to be you.
What
Okay?
a wonderful opportunity to learn Mandarin, though.
It is
Yeah.
a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity to learn. Okay. So that being said, I'm like, but bro, this one. So we went during normal hours, and it was awesome because it was very much like it was almost like a Whole Foods version.
That sounds
Like-
bad.
No, in a good
I've
way.
never shopped at Whole Foods, so
So it was like it was like Asian stuff, but everything actually had labels, and you're like, oh, this is actually quite nice. So things were still like a decent price, but not. They were a little bit more expensive than normal.
that's not how Asia works.
Yeah,
English labels cost you 5% extra or whatever.
minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum.
You're married when you
You're
start.
married. I found that out in the divorce court.
Okay, Jim, that's good. I guess
It's an important distinction, Jim.
we're okay. So we're technically then getting married on the Thursday because we're going to the courthouse before we leave town.
I can see you sweating after you just found that out, Atlas. I can see the sweat starting to like formulate. You're like, even sooner.
Nah, just like I like having the anniversary be the 13th, just because it's an easy number to remember, right?
Dude, the anniversary is whenever the fuck you want it to be. Like, honestly,
I mean, we picked it for the Martin Luther King Day weekend, just so we don't have to ask for another day off work because teachers. So
there you go. I mean,
Yeah.
fuck it.
You're
Capitalism, right?
You're a bunch of parasites, is what you are.
Piggybackers.
Yeah.
We decided we had a dream that we were going to be together. Martin Luther, he had a dream, so we're going to have our dream together.
That's probably the worst way to say it is white people, but yes.
Yeah. We thought it was a great opportunity to use that dream to our advantage.
But with what Dino was saying, 24-hour grocery shops probably kept me and my baby mama together as long as we were. We were together 7 years, okay?
Okay.
And you have to think about it. We broke up in April 2021. So that was a year a year of the pandemic of when everything was just like, you have to go this time, you have to go this time, you have to go this time. Everything's closed. So yeah, after we stopped being able to like be goofy in the middle of the night together, like outside in the world, because we were two goofy people.
Touching each other's wieners.
We couldn't be like ourselves. So we were trapped in a house for a year for the most part. And it was either go to work, trapped in the house. So like, that's what broke us up. We weren't able to do, because like, that's how we met. We met at Denny's in the middle of the night, but like our first out together date or whatever was at Walmart at 3:00 in the morning. So like, yeah, I feel like people like me, weirdos, need that 24-hour Walmart,
Interesting.
Also, let's be very, very clear, is like, you're hands down the weirdo in this. Like,
she has blue hair.
None of that happens in real life, people. Like, he lives in some sort of
I'm not saying
yeah.
I'm not the weirdo. I know I'm the weirdo. I date weirdos, but I do that because I don't like people. That's the reason. I'm not a people person. I don't know if y'all made that. Like, I don't know if I've made that clear to you people. I don't like going out when people are out. I'd rather be out in the middle of the night. I'd rather be harassed by the police being like, "What are you doing?" than being like around a crowd. you know.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'd rather be harassed than people go, "What are you doing?" I'm like, living a life hating people, so I do this so I don't meet people. They're like, "Cool, me too."
I'm
Go fuck yourself.
100% supposed to be living in a sewer, but it's grody, so I don't. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
There are okay. You know what? I think I'm coming around to your like way of thinking because I'm realizing that I enjoy the morning and I enjoy evening and nighttime. I fucking hate the middle of the day.
Yeah, the middle
From
of the day is the worst.
11
You
a.m.
know,
to 4 p.m. where everyone's out and it, like
sucks.
around.
It's
Yeah.
the worst.
Yeah, more early birds and night owls don't need to be fighting each other. They need to be fighting the midday macaws that are around. Fuck, I just made that up.
The midday macaw.
macaws. I like it.
Gonna, the key is after 10 years, all assets became community property. No, bro, I just don't have any more assets anymore.
You're a TMNT, Cole.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Definitely the turtle part, as much as I like to move slow.
He's
like
not
to
Donatello. That's Donatello's the nerdy one, right?
I don't know which ones are which. I never really got into that show or the movies or anything, but like I don't know, whichever one's like Cowabunga. That's me as fuck.
I think that's Michelangelo or
it's
Raphael.
clearly Michelangelo, and he's not a real person. That's Cole. Cole is definitely Michelangelo.
Meanwhile, somewhere in Renaissance Italy, what do you mean is not the real person?
I do consume a lot of pizza, like too much pizza. I know where all the good pizza places are, and I know where all the bad ones are too. So I send the people I don't like to those places, so I don't have to see them at my places.
But then,
100%.
But I mean, they're still going to have a good time because you know the saying about pizza, right? Or Columbo.
Oh, I don't care, but they're looking for pizza. I just don't want them to go to my places.
Bro, can you imagine? No, but there's nothing more insulting when people are like, "Hey, I brought you some pizza," and then it's a dog shit pizza, and you're like, "Ew, why the fuck did you bring this to me?"
Dude, I have a story about that.
I thought it was good
pizza. Where it's like 70% sauce. You. You're like, did they run out of mozzarella midway through making this? What happened? What's the story?
I have a story about that. Like I was working opening shift, and me and the other person, we ended up having to work a double because the whole second shift just didn't show up. So we worked it. We needed our money, so we weren't really that like mad about it or whatever.
Damn Gen Zers.
Right, exactly. But so the general manager came in the next day and bought us a pizza or whatever. And then he like booked it. He was like, all right, I gotta go, blah, 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 whatever. So this motherfucker got us a barbecue chicken pizza. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad pizza, but like the default is pepperoni. Why would you just buy a barbecue chicken pizza if you don't know what the fuck we like? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you don't do barbecue chicken pizza until at least the third date.
Yeah, it's like you know the thing like that. You didn't ask what we wanted. He just bought us a barbecue. I feel like he had a coupon for that. That's what I think happened.
Definitely did. He had to have.
My wife is who buys barbecue chicken pizza?
Yeah, man, that was like 8 years ago. I'm still pissed off about it.
Zero etiquette, okay, and understanding of how that shit works. And she's like, "Who would buy that? Like, you're a piece of shit."
Okay, let me.
Oh, Victoria's out here telling lies. That's smart strategy, Cole. I shall employ it next time. I don't even know what that's about, but I hope
she was talking about him sending people you don't like to
the wrong places. Yeah,
the wrong pizza places. Okay, here's the thing. I like barbecue chicken pizza.
I do too, but
it's definitely not for everyone.
That's not the point. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's definitely a like the person better. You know they like
corn and seafood pizza. What the fuck?
Same category as corn and seafood pizza. I mean, yeah.
I don't think that's a pizza. I think that's a flatbread.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh, we're doing like fancy schmancy pizza. Like it's fancy pizza. Okay, hunker bread with shit on it. That's fine. Okay. Everyone loves barbecue. It's not.
I don't know if that's true.
It's not about that. It's about it's a community setting, you buy pepperoni,
or cheese. At the very least, I'd be pissed off he got me cheese.
I would actually like buy cheese over veggie. So I'd be like pepperoni, veggie, and then a
Who the
deluxe
fuck buys
pizza.
veggie pizza? Like, what are we, vegans? Like, no, because it's got cheese on it. But still.
Yeah, I was gonna say by definition of being a pizza.
I'll be honest with you. After like 7 slices of pizza, a veggie slice, you're like, it's like an amuse-bouche, like it's just a palate cleanser of vegetables.
You said 7 slices. Like, that's like a normal amount of pizza for a human being to eat in one sitting.
Bro, I'm a giant. Okay.
7 slices. That's like more than half a pizza. What's a half a pizza? 5 slices?
No, it's 8 slices. That is almost an entire pizza. Sometimes it's 10. Sometimes
that's
it's
why
10.
I have a
an
wife.
extra large is 10. That's right.
I have a wife. She has a couple slices. Boom. I need extra large. They're done.
She had 1 slice. Yeah. By your count.
Yeah, that's fair. This is why. What does she need more than 1 slice, Cole? What is she in a marathon? She's fucking carb loading?
No, but apparently you are.
I always am. I'm always on the lookout to fucking defend myself. That's why.
Jim's asking if there's any bad pizza, and
I don't think so.
That was me, by the way. You're welcome. Aside from,
good for you, sir.
Yeah. I don't think there is bad pizza. The best like store-bought pizza, in my opinion, is Totino's. Like the little fucking microwave. I love those things.
Oh, the pizza rolls? Yeah.
No, not the pizza rolls. The actual like flat pizza.
Okay.
That you throw in the microwave, or you can bake it in the oven. It's crispy. You know what I'm talking about, right? The cheap ones you get for like $1.
Yeah. You ever do them in the air fryer? Good shit.
No, but
air fryer is
like gonna this week. Gonna learn today.
We gotta do pizza rolls. We gotta make our homemade pizza rolls, Dino.
I think we should. I think we
should. This is an idea I had for you guys because I tried it once in college. It's for hammered and cheese. It is a giant ravioli, like yay big. One single with all of like burger stuff in it, and then you just eat it like a burger.
Dino hates fusion. I can't get him to do fusion shit, man. I have to like make him do fusion shit.
The problem is you can't get the ravioli to really stick together well. I had some trouble with that.
This is the problem.
I've never made a ravioli either, so I'm gonna fuck it up. But
you got to use like egg wash and stuff, and it's like it's not the same.
You're not okay. This is the problem. Okay, I don't have a problem with fusion, there, Mr. Cole. Okay, my problem is that combining things should make it better. Okay, I have steak. Steak is delicious. I have bread. Bread is delicious. What if I put the steak in between the bread and
that's a sandwich. That's a steak sandwich.
I can eat it on the go. You're like, motherfucker, that's genius. You've taken 2 things and made them.
They are better. That's the thing. He hasn't even tried it, and he wants to be like, it's not better. I'm like, how do you know? Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. You think I would lie to you? You think I would guide you to like the wrong fucking way?
Hold on. You were also trying to sell. What were you trying to sell on me?
Which time?
That's a red flag number 1 right there. Which time was I trying to sell you some cockamamie idea?
I know fusion. I make shit, and the reason why I have so many ideas is because I've tried stuff like this before. Because like I'll be like, well, I have this, but I don't have this, but I have this. Fuck it, let's just go. And I don't want to go to the grocery store because it's the middle of the day.
Yeah,
call back.
Yeah.
You say fusion. Okay, what everyone else calls? I use what I have. That's it. Oh, that's what I have? Okay, then I'm gonna use it.
Okay, well, whatever. I call it fusion because I feel like people are more susceptible to trying it.
You call it fusion, bro. You're white girling that recipe. This is 100%. You're like, oh, it's actually fusion. Namaste. Okay.
100%. Don't we have a topic we're supposed to be talking about instead of our own show?
I don't know.
We have like all lives of men or whatever, all walks of life for men.
We are all men. Okay. So
yeah, I didn't know what he was getting at.
Whitney Houston is every woman, but we are all men. Okay.
What?
Whitney Houston is every woman.
Okay.
But we are all men.
All 3 of us.
Yes.
Different versions of a man.
I think so.
Did he come up with this when he was high? I can't even remember at this point.
I've been high for a few.
You definitely coming down a bit.
I've been high for a few weeks, guys. I'll be honest with you. I'm having a great time.
You're gonna be having an intervention. That's why we invited you today, Dino. Actually,
there's already been a couple times I woke up and I'm like, "Why is there a blanket on my face?" And Victoria's like, "Huh? What? I don't know. Why is there a blanket on your face?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know why." Little scam artist.
she trying to murk you.
Oh, she's already been like, "Hey, what do you think about buying a gigantic snake?" And I'm like, "Why would we buy that?"
A snake.
She's like, "Oh, maybe you like it." I'm like, "Why would I like it? I definitely won't like it."
That's a hard line right there. I like goth girls. That's a big thing for me, but they always have snakes. I'm just like, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
I've only dated a goth girl once, and it was pretty awesome.
It's always awesome, I hear.
How could it not be?
God. But like that's how I do a lot. I say a lot of shit I don't mean, specifically about women. And like I'm not gonna be the guy who the snake got out in the middle of the night and choked him out. Yeah, no.
Then you end up on an episode of Poker Face or whatever.
Local comedian.
Yeah.
And have
you guys checked that show out yet? Or Poker Face? So it's the same chick from Russian Doll and Orange is the New Black.
Oh yeah. Whatever, the girl with the fucking French name or whatever.
Natasha Leone or something.
Yeah. She was in the American Pie or whatever.
I think so.
Just talk shit about men.
But no, it's just like she has an innate ability to tell if someone's lying, and then she's traveling the country doing Columbo shit. It's good.
That's just a rehash of like 3 other shows from.
Isn't that just
from
Columbo?
the history of television?
I just said it was Columbo shit.
Columbo, Lie to Me, Fringe. It's the same. They rehash this fucking storyline every 10 years.
I don't know. It's Ryan Johnson doing it, so he's like got the Knives Out and the Glass Onion.
If you can't do like the goofy eye kind of, hey guys, I don't want to know what you're doing, and I'm like, I'm not in for it. The
last decent thing Brian Johnson did was Looper, and then he got his hands on Star Wars, and he was just never the same.
Yeah, he kind of fucked up on Star Wars. Did you see Knives Out though?
Fucked.
Looper was pretty good.
Looper was good. It was weird, and it kind of had a weird misstep at the end. I feel like, but maybe I just didn't understand it. I don't know, but
the Bruce Willis CGI was weird. That was the misstep for me.
Well, they had what's his face wearing like prosthetics or whatever.
Yeah, it just didn't look good.
It wasn't necessary. It didn't add to the movie.
Wasn't good. It just wasn't good.
You didn't like the movie at all?
No, they sold me a different movie.
This is why I don't.
I watched it. I'm going. That's not.
Okay, but I like that. I like that you watch a movie and you're like, this isn't what I thought it was at all. I like that shit. I watched Barbie the other day and it was like that. I was like, oh, this is way better than I thought it was. I thought they were just bashing men all day, but actually they're saying that women suck.
Women couldn't do shit. That's what they couldn't.
Well, they're not saying women suck. They're saying women suck too. Like that's what it is.
Yeah. Everyone sucks. This is why
the best woman is a trans woman. It's right there. It's right. It's in the movie. It's in the movie. That is a fact.
I didn't get that far. I didn't finish it.
It was in the movie. It's like, you go, girl.
This is why I quit watching movie trailers. Like, they almost never get me excited for the movie outright. They just give away all the story, and then you're like, okay, I'll probably see that. Like it could just be a friend telling you, hey, you should see X, Y, and Z thing.
Yeah,
I just saw. Like, so all from like Reddit, bus station, or like bus stop posters and word of mouth. This is where I'm getting all my information from.
Yeah. I don't know. See, listen, I'll be honest with you. I just want Jim to know that I have not given up, and I do want to talk about his breakfast pizza.
Oh my god!
Let's just
Yeah, I was like, why
let's
is it
just-
still here? It's been like 5 minutes.
because I want to talk about breakfast pizza more. I want to talk about breakfast pizza more than anything else we've talked about since that comment.
Eggs on a pizza. I don't know, man. Like,
I feel like there's a way that you can do it.
I don't know, man.
And also, what I would rather do would be like 2 tortillas and then eggs and cheese in between. And then on top of that, you put like.
But Philly fajitas is weird. Get out of here.
Listen, why you gotta bring
Alice
that
is
up?
like,
You
I'm so
brought that.
lost.
Why? You know what? No, absolutely not, sir. Okay. So Atlas, okay, earlier, I asked him, and you were here, and I asked him, "Hey, what was it that you were thinking of?" I don't remember. You remembered.
No, I
Okay.
said which time.
No. Yeah. But you knew because that's the most recent because we were just talking about it. Okay. And now on live on the air, he's like, "Oh yeah, but what the hell did you call it? Philly fajitas?"
Well, that's what it is. But I came up with a name called Felitas. Felitas.
Hey,
Philly fajitas.
if you're like, "Hey, do you want to cause controversy?" Let's
Well,
do
yeah,
it.
that's 100%. That's why I made fried rice with ginger ale the other day, trying to cause controversy.
Straight up anger. My wife was like, "You triggered me with that goddamn."
Oh yeah, you should have heard when my mom was talking shit later. She literally called me after that show. She was like, "I can't believe you put you put Cajun food on potatoes." My mom's from Louisiana, for the record. So.
Okay, that makes sense.
And also, like, will stab you.
My mom has stabbed me.
Yeah, let's just be very.
We talked about this many times.
Very clear, like that is the basis for everything.
Where?
Right in the fucking between the nipples.
Oh, did she eat your sternum? That bone there, or
yeah, fucking right there. Still, like I feel it sometimes when.
Oh,
yeah,
when it rains.
it broke blood or whatever, like broke skin.
It broke skin. Oh my god! And then she's fucking doing the cell block tango.
Yeah, and she's like proud of it. She like she brings it up in conversation sometimes. She's like, "You remember the time?" I'm like, "Yes, of course I do. I was 12. Like, it was very traumatic for me."
I stabbed my son. Do you remember?
She uses it to make a point. She's like, "I'll fuck you up." I'm like,
wow.
I don't think you will as much now, but
See, I find it hilarious when people are like, "You don't understand." You're like, "I don't think you understand." that doesn't make you look crazy. That doesn't make you look scarier. It makes you look crazier.
Right.
Those aren't the same.
But the crazy people think like highly of themselves. You know what I mean? Like they're like, "I'm not crazy. I'm just this way," or whatever. You're like, "Yeah, because you're crazy."
This is what somebody said. I've gotten a bunch of forklifts unstuck in my time, probably more than you've ever seen. And I'm like,
why were they stuck? All of them, so many.
Yeah, I'm like, so you're bad at driving a forklift? Okay, like I'm just like, stop driving the forklift. Like, who keeps on letting you? Like, go take another course, dipshit. Like, I don't understand why you're at my throat. And then I'm like, I'm a person, and you want me to move a forklift? Okay. No.
It moves itself. It has controls.
Yeah,
That's what it's for.
Yeah, bro, it was in dirt. Like it's fucking hilarious.
You don't put driving outside.
It was
me, concrete only.
So like, okay, I'm kicking like 265 ish, 270. Kyle's another 240, and they're like, "Can you and Kyle help us?" And I'm like, "You want me and Kyle to move the forklift that is weighted to move 5,000 pounds.
And they're like, yeah, 270 plus 240 is 5,000, right?
Yeah, and you're just like, they're like, well, it's on wheels. You're like,
that's not.
No.
Does it have a neutral position? Like a neutral? This isn't like moving a car, I don't think. Like,
no, I would immediately stab you. Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's the winner.
That's why. That's why you like temperamental people cannot put up with my, attitude, my like personality, like because I ask questions and they don't like that.
Well, listen, okay, so that's the thing is I can only imagine what others go through you being around. Like I got into your car and you're like, holy shit, you filled up half of my car. And I'm like, and I've lost 200 pounds. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, I've lost 200 pounds and this is me. And you're like, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, I'll eat you. That's what I'll do. Right? I never had, see, that's the difference. People are like, oh, people are mean. Nobody's mean to me.
I am.
Hey, yeah, only over the internet because you're like,
I was being a person too. Get the fuck out of here.
No, yeah, but in person, I just punch you, and you're like, that fucking hurts, and I'm like, it's gonna hurt worse because I just fucking.
That doesn't stop me.
I was sleeping
when
at
your
your
mother has stabbed you in the chest with a fork, like like the pain of like whatever doesn't really phase you anymore.
Yes, but it means that when you get hit, you're like, it was worth it. It was a good.
I have an inability to learn. That's what it comes down to.
That's what it is.
I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so hold on, Jim. Biscuit crust, gravy sauce, definitely. Scrambled eggs, bacon, and sausage. See, I'm with you, but that's
biscuit crust.
It's not. There's more to this. I'm telling you, there's something here. You might have had some voodoo curse on you for doing that. Don't want to mess with them. 100. Oh, bro, his mom was cursing him out on live on the air. Was like, I will fucking. Yeah, no.
My mom does like experiment with like witchcraft, but I don't think it works if you don't believe in it. So
just leave me some of your hair. You're like, well, absolutely the fuck not. I may be a bad bus driver. I'm good at filling out accident reports. I mean, you gotta learn what to do, right? New math. There you go, buddy.
Oh my God.
I'm really good at missing potholes. At the expense of the people like driving parallel or like perpendicular to me, like what is it? Diagonally. Like I'll be like, and I'm like, fuck you! And I'm like, don't drive right there in my blind spot. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like, stop. That's basic fucking math. I don't even get mad when people honk at me anymore. like, yeah, well, don't drive there. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't drive diagonally to people. Don't drive diagonally to me. Like, don't drive in people's blind spot. That's fucking like that's just how it goes. You want to be mad at me? You want to be mad at me? Get the fuck out of here. What's fucked up is I knew you were there too. But I also wanted to teach you a lesson and miss this pothole.
Oh
God, you guys broke each other.
Yeah. All right. So, number one, I'm high off my tits, people. It's just
yeah, we got that.
Number two. Was that clear? Thanks, Atlas. I'm glad. Don't want to make sure everybody's got the message here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would beat the shit out of you in person, like so fast.
You didn't catch me, bro.
Me or him?
No, I know I know where all the potholes are. I'll send you down the road where one is, or a bunch of them are, and you'll be like, where I'm going. You lose me something. Cops can't even catch me if we go down the right road.
No, that's the thing is like knowing you, I'd be like, no. What's the address? We're not going anywhere until you get the address. No, absolutely not. I'm none of this. Follow me, bro. No.
My
And
mom tried following me one time, and I forget where we were going, but like she lost. I didn't realize it because like I burned through like 3 red lights. Driving the way I drive.
Oh, sweet. Zombie
Back,
Jesus.
she's gone. I'm like, where the fuck she go?
bro, missing potholes will get you kicked out of bus driver school. I mean,
Why? Because you're swerving all over the road, or because they're like, you must vibrate all of their organs at once by running into potholes?
Well, yeah, buses have to stay kind of in the same lane for the most part. I've noticed.
Bro, I would. Oh, we had a bus driver in the morning who would just like unplug his hearing aid, so you couldn't hear shit.
Oh,
just drive. Like,
that's perfect.
Didn't give a fuck. And I'm like, I respect it. This is the best thing ever.
Should deaf people be able to drive though? Like, what if somebody's like blowing a horn at you? You know, you're just going
Fuck them.
Because I use horns. Like if I'm sliding into an intersection because of ice, I'm like honking the shit out of my horn to let people know I might not be able to stop, guys. Just be ready. And then luckily every single time I've been able to stop like right at the end.
And you know what? And if you slam into somebody, it's an accident.
Yeah, but I don't want to be in an accident. I'm letting people know, hey, just heads up, we might be, crossing paths here in a second.
Sure. That sucks for you. That's it. That doesn't like, oh, they couldn't hear you. Yeah. That's why that's why patrol cars have flashing lights too. But, blind people definitely should not be allowed to drive. I'll figure out driving. Don't worry. No.
I'm really just talking shit because I'm also a Lyft driver and I'm trying to corner the market there. The less people who can drive, the more people I can drive. So,
so you deaf sons of bitches out there, stop fucking driving.
And deaf people can't talk to you. They'll just be doing signs. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just gonna go the directions of the GPS.
Stop.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what? I don't understand. And they're just like,
Shit, it was a bullshit.
Do you know what that is, though?
Nuh-uh.
Idiot.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
That is good to know.
I've driven a lot of blind people, though. There's a lot of blind people who willingly get into a car with somebody they can't see. Like, that's the craziest thing to me. Like, you're just like free balling life, man. Like, you don't have a choice. I know that, but like, it's crazy to think about. But they're like, it's so much better in the bus. I'm like, how do you know? Can you see anything?
They're like, I can't. I'm not having my organs vibrate by being in this car. All back.
Running over potholes. Yeah, I'll miss the potholes for you. You'll never even know there's a pothole.
Why do we need turn signals when people have horns on their cars? I mean,
that's a good point.
Horns are supposed to warn people of impending danger.
Get out of the fucking way. There's a car coming at you.
Yeah. And I feel like a turn signal is a lot, I don't know, quieter. Like, imagine everyone using their horn to turn. Also, you don't know which fucking cars.
Well, that's what they do in India. I don't know if you've followed what India drive. They use a lot of horn communication.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. That's what I've been told.
Hey, don't listen to him, people. Okay.
Have you seen India? Have you been to India? You don't know.
So you understand, people, that in other parts of the world, the way people drive is there's a focus on what is in front of them. So if it is in front of them, they will evade what's in front of them. Okay. They are not concerned what is on their either side or behind them. Not concerned. Okay. That's how they drive. They do not. What did you say? That is
insane.
Yes, it is insane. But that is how they drive. Okay. It's also in Indonesia, Philippines,
This is coming from a guy who was literally rear-ended a year ago, who was like, you were in front of somebody, and that wasn't a concern to them.
Yeah.
And you're just trusting the people who are only looking in front of them.
No, no. I didn't trust them. I looked at my rear view. I was like, oh, they have lots of room. It's fine. I've checked. They're more than fine. And then I go, oh, just turn my head and go, Jesus fucking Christ.
I was in a car with a buddy of mine. I was riding shotgun, and we were sitting at in the turn lane of at a red light, and the guy was coming from like this side and going kind of around, and he just drove right into us. Like we were stopped. Like I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like we were both looking at our phones too. Like so we didn't even see what happened for the most part. We kind of were just like looking down, and then boom. I'm like, the fuck.
You're like, why is that happening? You're like, yeah.
How did you?
You know, okay, so the only bad part is it's when you're by yourself and you're like, I didn't do shit. And you're like, what the fuck just happened? you're like, I didn't do anything wrong. You're like, I don't know what the fuck just happened, but fuck you guys. Bullshit. And when everyone's like, what'd you do? I didn't do nothing. Man.
When we're driving, we don't know.
And whenever you say you didn't do anything, people don't believe you. That's the craziest, especially police officers who are filing a report with you. What do you mean you didn't do anything?
Bro.
Let me check for marijuana in your car.
Oh, bro. When they looked at my car, they're like, what were you doing? And I'm like, when I was stopped at a light, you mean what I was doing? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, you're asking me what I was doing when I was stopped at the light? Stopped at the light? What I was doing?
I was in the motions of stopped. Like whatever stop means to you.
Oh, so what was I doing? Nothing. Because what do you mean by nothing? I was stopped at the light. Yeah. And I'm just like going, I need to talk to somebody else. And they're like, why? I'm like, I think he's having a stroke. I don't know what's going on here.
He's dumb. I don't know what to tell you.
In China, the larger vehicle has the right of way. Yeah, you know why?
That's how it should be, I think.
The bigger fucking vehicle.
Okay,
get out of the goddamn way.
Now because then you end up with this weird arms race, and then people are driving tanks through the streets, like improvised tanks or whatever.
Well, you saw that work out in China. Have you ever heard of Tiananmen Square?
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Hey, also too though. Okay, let's do that. But hey, have a license every step of the way.
Yeah, you should have a license for it for sure. But I should be allowed to drive whatever I want on the street if it's street legal.
Yellow box truck. Then have the
box truck that.
Well, because he was looking at their phone, probably, depending on how long ago this was.
Right. But the thing is, with like big trucks and like everything, like I've felt bad for like semis that it's gonna take forever for me to wait, but like. He's working and he's just fucking trapped in his parking lot and he's just trying to go to the next place. You know what I mean? So like he should have right away. You know what I mean? He's the semis. I don't know how it works in China. I'm sure it's the same shit, but semis are the backbone of America's economy. You know what I mean? So let the motherfucker go.
Yeah. It's weird though, right? Like I don't understand the principles behind that. Like I was talking about this with somebody else. Was like, bro, the idea that you would have trucks running around during the day, nope.
I'm always wondering that too. I'm like, why don't they do more business at night? Give them a key,
Everybody. Hey, if anything, being a car at nighttime on the road, oh, you're an asshole, right? You shouldn't be on the road. Like,
the guy goes to Walmart in the middle of the night.
Yeah, you're a guy who's working all day long, but you're in transport, right?
But I'm saying leisurely, I would go if Walmarts are still open in the middle of the night. I would be going to Walmart doing my fucking grocery shopping specifically for hammered and cheese on Monday nights.
Yeah. I'm trying to give you a leg up here, but we both know the truth.
I'm a douche. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I like honestly, there was a 24-hour Walmart by my house years ago. Like it was like one of the first Walmarts that opened up, and I was like 24 hours a day. I'm like, what kind of idiot goes in at like 2:00 in the morning? And then
If you've ever gone, you know what kind of idiot goes because it's the best thing ever.
It gets great. Hey, I go, what kind of a piece of shit goes at 2:00 in the morning to Walmart? My mother goes, huh? Is that how you feel? And I go, yeah. If you go to Walmart, you're a piece of shit. 1 second. Your brother, come here. Tell your brother what you did last night. Tell him. I go, my brother goes, oh yeah, we went grocery shopping at 2:00 in the morning at Walmart. I'm like, you're a piece. And I go, yes. I just look at him. I go, you're a piece of shit. And he's like, why am I a piece of shit? I'm like, you're a piece of shit, and everyone knows it. Everyone.
It's funny too because like you get pulled over because the cops are like, I'm gonna get him for a DUI, and you just have groceries in your back seat. Like that's all your that's your like I don't know vice.
Yeah.
Is you wanted ice cream.
12-foot tall yellow wall, and you didn't even skid. I mean, right?
Ugh.
First crossing each other, do they wave the passenger to see which car was carrying the most? I mean, they could. Who knows?
Well, here in Ohio, if you crash into a government vehicle, it is always your fault.
I think that's how it is in California too, but I'm not entirely sure.
Such bullshit. Like even if like they hit you, like it's always your fault.
Yeah, because it's a contractual thing. It has nothing to do with
government.
No, it's a contractual thing between businesses. It has absolutely zero fucks to do with regards to your well-being.
Yes, government's supposed to work for us here in America. I don't know how Canada does it. That's my favorite thing to say, Dino. I don't know how Canada does it.
Hey, when was the last time the government worked for people, sir? Get the fuck out of here. Absolutely get the fuck out of here. That is malarkey, okay? We're talking about relationships here, and you brought up the most ridiculous of relationships, that of the taxpayer and the government. Okay?
I was going to say we did that last week. How high are you?
Very.
Oh my god. All right, we got to do this again in the future, but both of us, and see what happens, because
I'll moderate.
Hold on. You mean us, as in all three of us, Atlas?
Either just you and I, or Cole's suggestion to moderate. Not sure.
Are you saying that you think it would be, I don't know, hilarious if we were all like in the same place magically, and then we would just talk in front of stuff?
Yeah.
Wow.
I see what you're getting at.
That'd be pretty crazy. That's a crazy idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I don't know how that might work.
Well, especially because after the rehearsal dinner, I'm not supposed to see her until the wedding. I'm going to be staying in my dad's room for the night.
That's weird.
What else am I supposed to do? Sleep in the car?
Pretty gay, yeah.
You need that. You need that GIF that you keep putting in the group chat for this.
Super duper gay.
Yeah, super duper gay. Yeah.
Super duper gay.
Yeah.
What are you and your dad gonna play, like Atari? Because it's the only video game he probably knows how to play.
No, just cards. Just cards.
Yeah, dominoes.
No, he was.
I went to Georgia back in the 70s, and they taught me how to play dominoes with the Cubans.
He was. He's from Florida, so that's like
he plays dice like a good respectable foreigner.
Yeah. He's got a bow tie somewhere in his closet.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, like there's that. He was reasonably good at GameCube in the early 2000s. Like he was pretty good at Mario Kart.
Bro, your dad's from Florida, and you said he's a boomer.
Yeah.
You know he was shoving mountains of coke in his nose at one point.
He had to be. Like him, he was at Woodstock, which is like, dude.
Oh yeah, for
totally.
sure.
And then my mom said she used to be at Studio 54 in the 70s because she was a hot lady at the time. And they were like, all right, all the girls come in so we can be gross, and it's the 70s. So
we need to interview your parents, and they need to be honest. They need to be honest. Well, I want to hear some stories now.
Reasonably large chance.
Away from your parents.
Oh yeah,
Cole away from your parents.
You don't want to hear these stories, Dino? I want to see. I honestly want to see Atlas's facial expressions.
I don't know. I mean, like, my dad told me that story about that time he did mushrooms and the ceiling looked like lava. Like it's fine. They're people.
That sounds like last Tuesday to me.
Yeah. Go listen to our episode with. Wait, was that with or without Kyle? That was without Kyle, and you were talking about him.
Yeah.
Like guiding you through the mushroom trip.
Yeah, that was.
And
that's gay.
He got me. He got me good this time.
He got you, babe.
Bro, he ruined.
Both of you guys singing Sonny and Cher. Like,
bro, I was tripping balls, and he wasn't tripping balls yet. And I closed my eyes and I saw something, and then he just fucking out of nowhere, he goes, "There's a lot of dicks in here," and I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
And Nino's like, I just died in your arms tonight.
Bro. Yeah. So hilariously, like, that's always been like my worst nightmare was the idea. I was like, I can't turn off the dicks. It's like fountains of dicks everywhere. Okay. Like, just
all right. So
that's homophobia is what that is.
The thing about the shroom trip is episode 115, Hire That Giant, is if you want to go back and listen to that one.
Yeah.
To help you through your first trip. And then my terrible thumbnail where it's the Steinbrenner shadow from Seinfeld going, "Hire this man," and then it's just like a big giant fucking Shadow of the Colossus giant.
It works.
Yeah.
It's a great experience.
I talked to my doctor and she was like, yeah, if you think you can be safe and the person with you knows what the risks, then yeah, give it a try. So it's doable.
It's supposed to, like, in microdosing form, it's supposed to like help you like heal trauma and like mental illness and stuff like that. Supposedly, I don't know if it's true. It's always mushroom people telling me this.
I need to find mushrooms so I'm going to the VIP experience. But yeah, no, I think I gotta stick with weed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to do fucking drugs in public. I like to do them at home in the dark by myself. Is that weird?
No,
I don't know.
Like, is it weird? Yeah, but is it wrong? No.
No, it's not wrong. That's probably the best way to do it. But everybody wants to do it. You want to do drugs with me? I'm like, no, not even a little bit.
No.
Why? Because you're a drug addict. That's not how I get down.
I don't know. I don't think the darkness is necessarily a good way to do it. Like,
out of the dark, this is a joke. But
Katie's sister-in-law said that after she had her first child, the first time she heard him laugh was like she was like trying to rock him to sleep in the dark. It's completely dark, and then he just like cackles out of nowhere.
Oh no!
For the first time, I'm like, I would fucking throw the baby in the crib and run to the other side of the house.
Demon baby.
Yeah.
That's it. You.
Yeah.
Bye. Later.
Yeah.
The horror movies have fucked us up, our generation. Like, that's really because like we can't even be like blissful around children anymore. Like, we're just like, no, get it away. Like,
we can't even be what?
like blissful, you know, like you're supposed to be like nurturing as like an adult around children, and now they just freak us out. You know what I mean? So
I mean, the sort of like child free, like the toxically child free mentality, not like what Victor and or Victoria. I almost said Victoria. What Dino and Victoria have, not like that. I mean, the thing where you call them like crotch fruit or whatever, and like they're people, you know. Like, hey, being around Katie kind of helped me get away from that, because she was like, I teach tiny children, and then I had to go to her school a few times and propose, and like as a cloud of them were swarming around us. And
see, to me, kids are dope because like they don't understand like the political field that like that is being an adult, so they'll just tell you whatever the fuck they want, and I'm like, I fuck with that. High five, bro.
That's the good shit. Yeah.
They're like, you're ugly, and I'm like, thanks. At least you're honest, you know.
I think you guys are distinctly people who wouldn't fight children, and I am distinctly a person who would definitely fight children.
I mean, there's kids that I've been like, look here, bro. Like, you're getting on my nerves. Go over there. But like at the same time, you know, he's just being who his parents allowed him to be. You know what I mean? So it's not his fault or her fault. You know.
Just a PSA out there, just so people know this: teach your kids, bite. If somebody goes to grab your face, bite their hand.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. 100%.
Always bite their hand. Right. Oh.
Also, teach your kids manners too, though. Like for the most part. Yeah, some kids are just like in your face, like slobbering and shit. You're just like, why are you spitting while you talk? Why? Like nobody's told you this ever. Nobody's mentioned anything ever at any point.
I don't think they do that on purpose, though.
Bro.
That's just like
but nobody said anything to them.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm realizing as an adult that like most of the restaurants my family went when we would go out to eat were like anything with like where there was an outdoor area or just somewhere where we could like go let the adults talk, and then we would just be like climbing on rocks or shit on or like exploring the back of the building. Because
bougie bitch.
What do you mean? It was literally just like get away from us. Which fine. It was the microdosing version of be back by the time the streetlights come on. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's due for an episode of its own. That we should talk about like the freedom that our parents gave us, or didn't give us, or Cole's idea with just talking about kids. You're like giving us stuff for the future right as the episode ends.
I mean, I was around kids a lot as like my entire life because I'm the oldest of 6, and like my youngest brother's 15 now. So you do the math. I was 14 when he was born. So like there was one time where I'm like 17 years old and he's like 2.5, and he's telling me like a secret or whatever, and he just sneezes in my ear. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, that's Katie. She'll
bro, your face. You did the face right there.
Yeah. Like Katie will have that happen.
So angry, you're like, I will murder this child.
Katie will have that happen with her students. Like someone will sneeze in her face. She'll be getting sick as she gets home, and she'll be like, "Hi, kiss me on the lips." By the way, a kid sneezed in my face, like just to be like, "Haha, you got it too."
That's so fucked.
That's love.
Hey, that's why people.
That's assault with bodily fluid, is what that is.
I believe that's a war crime, good sir.
Yeah. Hey, that's when you just pop, right in the face. How dare you?
It's that's self-defense, I think, at that point. Atlas, for the record.
Learn today.
All right, so just some quick housekeeping before we go. There may or may not be an episode next week, depending what happens at the wedding. If not,
who knows?
We'll have an episode the week after. So thank you all for listening. Leave a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Cole, where can people find and follow you?
You can find me at Sniffing Glue 22 on all platforms, except for YouTube. YouTube is Sniffing Glue _22. Yeah, anywhere.
I was taken.
Yeah,
Bummer.
somebody got ahead of me on that one.
Damn.
Just on YouTube.
All right. You can
Dirty
find us at Generation Dan in the every place. Find me at Atlas Novak in all those same places, or on YouTube as the Epileptic Comic, or check out my other podcast, Nexus at Night, which is about a trading card game called Vanguard. If you don't know what that is or don't care, I completely understand. Dino?
Dino, the genetic marvel. Da-na-na-na. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even think we gotta really explain where they find it. It's right there, guys. It's
Well, I
right,
mean, well,
it's right
no,
there.
'cause,
Look,
like,
if you can't
everywhere.
figure this shit out, go fucking home.
I mean, it's
Go
more.
home.
How did you find this
Read
now?
books.
Like, that's the real question.
Well,
How are you
'cause-
here watching this and you don't know already?
Well, it's a podcast. It's also in audio, right? So you
Yeah,
have people
but-
just
yeah,
listening
yeah,
to
yeah,
it.
You're right.
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
We're dumb.
How
We're dumb.
dare they listen to this? Okay, how absolutely dare they? This is not for your consumption, people.
As of
You
right
need to
now,
do-
Anchor pays. So,
That's true.
Listen, we are Anchor on Anchor,
Yeah.
so that
but
is
they
right.
changed the name to Anchor, right? It's
Yeah,
just,
it
what?
used to be like Spotify podcast or podcast Spotify, whatever it is.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's
yeah.
a podcast.
Yeah.
It's owned by Spotify now.
Follow us
Yeah.
all. Follow us everywhere. Next week it's going to be shenanigans. Make sure that you follow the Instagram account for Generation Dan.
Yes,
Myself as well. So I'm going to try and post as much as I can. I'm going to try and post on Generation Dan. Cole's going to sniff. He's going to sniff on his own.
he's gonna
Sniffer.
sniff glue, as the name implies.
He's going to sniff glue on his own social media.
I think I'm leaving my phone in the hotel room, so I probably.
Why are you such a dork? Atlas?
Because I want to experience it.
Fully. Fuck your experiences.
All
Have
right.
cool videos.
All right,
Loser.
0.75 speed, Dino. Take us away. Bye, everyone.
Bye.